win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready, ready. 15 lining, 15 lining. 59. All right.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now they'll run on the ball. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
A big run there by Jones. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Jim, just see it. Jim, General, West, under 10, Chuck 30, ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got it to Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? And
he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
Watch the run, watch the run. 51's the mic, 51's the mic.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Allen's got it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Good job, D.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Chargers 7.
Yeah. 10 Tucson. Come on. Target.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Mike 56.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
I can't believe they let you play.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Set. Lock it. 90. Roll. Two. Carlos, let's go. Check 99. Check 99. Yeah, Mike, go. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
March 59. March 59. Here we go. Kill. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And caught by Henry.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
That's what I do.
High 7. Let's go. Ready, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And an alley to run. Breaks through the contact. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Big Dad, pick the orb there. 51 the bus.
2nd and 3. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Austin Eckler.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 5. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Dth Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Topper! Ready, go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
60, orange. I got you. Mark 56. Mark 56. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dth Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 6. He completes it to Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Charlie. All day.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Let's get ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They can't hang with us. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
2nd and 11. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Bravo! 51 the mic, boy. 51. You remember me? You ready? Go.
Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Once more, here's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Come on. So we got man. Hey, Mike, smoke. Mike 51.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Delta. Watch twist.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pilot 64, weak. Scene 6. Hey, alert 3. You're out.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! LA football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll run it with Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Lock it. Watch twist. Watch twist. Orbit. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
66. Bullet ride. 53. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
56. Check 56.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
The 26-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it. SOS.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Double up. He's coming. That's me. Rock. Switch.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now back to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because...
And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Phil Duffy picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, It's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do.